What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another unboxing video brought to you by Bearded Kaiju's Unboxing Reviews. If you guys like the channel, hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, share with anybody you think does the content of this channel. Also, hit that bell notification so you're notified right away when videos drop like this one. Yeah, sorry guys, I missed a week, so I am behind. Unfortunately, just been a little crazy. Lots of things going on, family, work, everything like that. So I have a plethora of things to go through, and hopefully I can get back on track here and start banging this stuff out for you and everything. But yeah, let's get right into today's video. It is a really cool, really magnificent figure that I want to talk to you about. I kind of briefly already unveiled it and talked about it with my good friend and co-host on the Monsters with Attitude podcast, Joe Myers, married to Kaiju. We did a double unboxing of this particular figure, but I also wanted to go get a real personal look at it and everything like that. So yeah, let's just get right into today's video and see what we got. All right, guys, and here is this is a massive box, and like I said, if you've watched our content on Monsters with Attitude, you've kind of already seen this. But we're talking about the Mondo James Groman Godzilla, and this is the box today. This thing is massive. This exceeded my expectations for size-wise, honestly, because I was not expecting how big this thing was, honestly, and it was just bigger than what I thought. And this thing is just incredible. I can't say that enough, honestly. This is it blew my mind, honestly, to get this figure in this box and everything like that. And it's just super crazy. But of course, you guys know me. I love talking about the box, and this is no different. And I think this box needs to be talked about because honestly, it is actually done by the artist that actually made the figure himself. Yes, this art was done by James Groman himself. So this is kind of his drawing, his design, and everything like that, which I just absolutely love. Try to get this in frame and everything for you because this thing is absolutely massive. So we're going to kind of take a look at it. Obviously, you guys see that it's Godzilla on the front, and then it kind of goes around the sides, and it has that complete 360 kind of picture where it has the picture continuing on the sides with a destroyed city. And as we go around the backside, we still have more of the destroyed city in the background. And then obviously, Mondo does a great job with this. They like to tell you guys and everybody in general who buys their products who made what and everything like that. And I just absolutely love that. I think that's such a great thing because it takes a lot of people to make these things, even if it's just the box design, box art. There's different people that took a hand into making this figure, putting this figure out, and everything like that. And I just love that they, showcase everybody that has had a hand in making this figure. And I think it's appropriate, honestly, because I think everybody needs that recognition for doing something like this, especially as amazing as this is. It needs to be showcased. So, but yeah, so we got Godzilla on the back with the Japanese and the English. And then it continues around the other side, like I said, with the 360 look. Obviously, you have Godzilla's tail, completing the image of him from the front. And yeah, that's the whole kit and caboodle. Came in a blister kind of packaging, which is very safe, protective, and stuff like that. I just love that they're doing that with their figures at Mondo and stuff. So really great, really awesome. But yeah, let's get right into the figure because this thing is just mind blowing. It really is. And you guys need to see it firsthand. So let's get right to it. All right, guys, here he is. I can't even put him on the rotating little table because he's so big. He might go out of the picture and everything like that. But yeah, this is the James Groman Godzilla, which is just phenomenal. I mean, the sheer size of him is just incredible. It really is. I mean, this thing has a presence, honestly. And like I said, when I first opened this box, it blew me away with the sheer size and then just the overall look and design of this figure. It's just amazing. It really is. I mean, down to every little detail and stuff like that. And there's a lot of fine details in this, which I just absolutely love. It's just super, super great. And I love that kind of stuff. Those little surprises, and stuff like that that you get to see, that maybe you don't see initially that later on examining and having the figure, you kind of get to appreciate a little bit more later and stuff like that. But with this figure, they're kind of very prominent and they pop out and stuff like that. And I really love that. I think it's really cool and stuff like that. So yeah, just this thing overall is just massive. He is um, one of the bigger Safubis that I have in my collection, and it's just absolutely just kills. I mean, everything about this thing is just amazing. I mean, I can't say that enough. You're going to hear me say that a lot from this guy because um, they just did such a great job. James did amazing sculpt on this guy. I mean, it's just 360. It's just absolutely crazy and amazing. And this is my first James Groman piece. So it's just fitting that for a legend as James, is my first James Groman figure is a Godzilla who I absolutely love and adore and stuff like that. And I just think it's just absolutely fitting in every single way. So I'm glad I got this. This was immediate pre-order for me right away. And like I said, this was released by Mondo. And yeah, I just absolutely got it right away. And I was not going to pass up on this guy because it's just absolutely astounding. And for Mondo, this was a 750 limited run on this particular guy. And it was about 250. So he's not the cheapest Safubi, but honestly, like I've spent that on Safubi and get a much shorter, less impressive figure, honestly, for what I got for this guy, honestly. And I think that price range is very good for a James Groman piece. If you know James Groman, if you don't know James Groman is a legend in the toy making business. Honestly, he has touched properties spanning through DC, Marvel, Star Wars, Godzilla, you name it. This guy has done it. He has done stuff from our childhoods, from Mad Balls and stuff like that to shortcake, and stuff like that, and just all these crazy things, Care Bears and stuff like that, that even we grew up with and he's still doing now. It's just absolutely amazing to get something from him as an established artist from him that did a Godzilla piece is really, really special. Just Godzilla as a whole is just kind of hitting more of those mainstream, I think, companies and designers and toy makers, honestly, that they really want to get a shot at making that kind of stuff. And that's really, really special, honestly, because I want to see that kind of stuff. I want to see, legendary toy makers like James tackle such a prominent franchise or character as Godzilla. And we get stuff like this, honestly, which is absolutely incredible. So, we keep doing that. Hopefully we get more of that stuff and everything. There's more artists that I would love to see. There's artists that we've already seen that's done spectacular job on making Godzilla figures and stuff like that. So it's just great. It's looking up for the Godzilla franchise and the Godzilla toy industry, honestly, when we get stuff like this and everything. And Mondo's killing it with all of their releases with Godzilla. Just everything they do, it's turning to gold, honestly. So they're doing such a great job with the license of Godzilla, and I'm just happy to be able to get this kind of stuff, in the States right away when it comes. And if you don't even get the first run, you're going to get maybe the second run of a different color or something like that, or a third or a fourth or whatever. Even this particular Godzilla got a second run for the Godzilla store, made that an exclusive figure. It's not the same colorway as this one, but is a black and white. They call it ink to pen variant, where it's kind of like it was like a drawing, like on a paper where it's black and white and stuff like that, and maybe got the eyes red a little bit, kind of like almost like a concept art kind of version of it with the paint and everything, where it's just black and white, which is really, really cool, really awesome. I was even asked if I was going to get that version, but I am not. I'm going to stick with one version only. For one, I don't have room for it, honestly. If you kind of see in the background and stuff like that, I have stuff kind of coming on my ears for Godzilla stuff, so I am running out of room. So I have to be very particular and what figures I get. Honestly, it has to be something that really wows me, like this figure did, and then basically stick with one. I can't get variants of this Godzilla or another Godzilla and stuff like that. So really got to be picky and choosy and stuff like that, and that's okay to be. Some people are all aboard the variants and collecting all everything, and that's great and that's fine. And if you have room for it, if you have the money for it, great. Support the fandom, support Mondo and James and everything like that, or any other toy company that makes this kind of stuff. Definitely do it because the more they sell and the more they know that people want this, the more they're going to keep making this stuff. Um, so yeah, just really really great. But let's get into the details of this particular Godzilla and get a closer look at him. As you can see, that one of the cool details that James did is that he made one of his tail claws broken and stuff like that, which we don't really ever see, honestly. It's always very clean nails and stuff, and just a very different take, very unique take on this, honestly. That kind of gave it a little bit of the James Groman kind of zest to it and everything, because James is known for that kind of the more like the gruesome, outlandish like mutated kind of looks and everything like that when he does sculptings and creating figures and characters and stuff like that. He has his own design, which you see it, it's a James Groman, along with the size. He really kind of aims for like that 12-inch kind of release or the size of the figure and stuff like that. So the bigger figures with that kind of look is his forte, and that's his like thing that he's most known for, which is absolutely great. So you really know that it's his and stuff like that. Also, to bring this really close, you can see this down by his foot and everything. You see these two green things sitting here, which is really, really cool little teaser and a surprise on him. But these are trilobites. And obviously, if you are a Godzilla fan and even from 54, the partnership with Godzilla and trilobites and stuff like that. And it's just a cool little Easter egg that they put on here. They actually put it on the other foot as well on this side. So you have more trilobites on his feet with the light green and stuff like that, which is really, really awesome. You don't see that ever and stuff. So that was really cool to see. And yeah, this thing is just massive, with his massive head, massive teeth and mouth and everything like that. I mean, the paint is done so well. I love the silverish blue almost tint to it. It's almost like his atomic breath or his beam, if you will, and stuff like that. Is really really great. But yeah, they did a great job on the painting with the shading and stuff like that. Looks awesome. The mouth looks amazing. They did two-toned kind of color to the teeth, make it a little yellow, make it a little orange, and stuff like that. Kind of put some depth in it, even though it is a soft Fubi kind of toy. Really just kind of make it pop out and stuff like that. And then, of course, what I noticed is that they made ears, for this Godzilla. Not all Godzillas have ears, honestly. It's like the Heisei and like the first two Godzilla designs of 54 and 55. After that, his ears disappeared and stuff like that. So to me, this particular Godzilla is like a Heisei Godzilla, honestly. Like that's when I see this is very Heisei, especially with the spines and everything like that, very Heisei and stuff like that. So to me, when I see this Godzilla, I immediately think Heisei Godzilla for me and stuff like that. So which is really, really awesome. I love that. I love Heisei. I grew up with Heisei and stuff. So really, really great. And then another little Easter egg that they put on here, as you see in the tail, there's another little green guy in here, and he's kind of shaped a little bit differently and stuff like that. If you can kind of tell, bonus points for you if you know what this is. But I'll let you all know in a little secret that this is the sea louse or the chakras and everything that was in the film Godzilla 1984 or Return of Godzilla. That's the thing that was killing the fishermen on the boat and stuff like that and sucked them all dry and stuff like that. That's what this is. So that's really cool. I love that little bit of little Easter egg that they put on the tail and stuff like that. Just really, really great. That kind of stuff just really puts this figure above others and just makes it very special and stuff. So, and with that, honestly, this isn't even just the full figure, and that's not even what makes it only special. With this release, honestly, they did another kind of look for him where they made him kind of dying and stuff like that, and like his skin falling off and stuff like that. And really, really cool, really awesome. And of course, let's get to that right now. All right, and here he is in all his gruesome glory. Honestly, this is so cool. I just absolutely love it. And one thing is cool is that I love that we're kind of getting these iterations with Godzilla where they're kind of showing him when he's dying and stuff like that. We didn't really get to see any of that kind of stuff in the past, because Toho always just didn't like seeing or portraying their character as weak or dying in any single way. But as in the last couple of years, we've been seeing a lot more of this stuff. I mean, we saw it from Super 7 with their Meltdown Godzilla and stuff like that. We've seen other companies do like the bones of Godzilla and everything like that. So we're getting the different looks of Godzilla that we have not normally seen in the years past that I think needs to be, because these are big, iconic, well-known kind of scenes and events that took place with Godzilla that needs representations and stuff like that of him. Now, this is the kind of look where, like I said, he was dying from the oxygen destroyer. So this is like his skin melting off and stuff like that. And you can see in his arms and stuff like that, you're seeing the muscle, you're seeing the bone, you're seeing the flesh kind of coming off and everything. You're even seeing the veins in his shoulder and in his neck and everything, seeing his spinal cord in the back there with his flesh kind of melting away and obviously exposing the bone. Even on the top there, you see his brain that's even being exposed, and then even the eye, where the eye is like completely gone, where it's just white. There's no color to it whatsoever, and just making it look as it's dead kind of thing. So just really, really cool kind of take on it. I love that we get this because it's almost like two figures in one. We get to swap out. Now you only get the left arm to swap out, and then the head, and then also you get to do the tail. And here is a look at the tail, and that's really cool. Basically, the tip of the tail is all just bone. There's no real meat to it, so it naturally would kind of just be all bone, and it kind of all just melted away and everything like that. So really, really cool take on it and everything like that, where he's just kind of decaying and melting away from the oxygen destroyer. So really, really cool, like I said. And like I said, it's like two figures in one, honestly. You get a replacement head, you get the replacement arm, and you get a replacement tail tip and stuff like that. So really, really awesome. It's not hard to put on or get off of these things. They are nice and snug, and you basically just rip them off and you just kind of put them right back on. And and they're nice and tight. You can still move them. You even have movement in his other arm that cannot come off, but it's still movement. And then the same with the legs. There is movement in both of them also. So you can kind of do some things with them and stuff like that, along with the head. You can move the head and then you just take it right off and, swap them whenever you want. Now, the only difference is that the tail is actually magnetized. For this tip and the normal tip, they actually have a magnet that kind of puts on there. And it's a very strong magnet, so don't worry about it falling off or stuff like that. It actually pulls towards each other. So it's very, very strong. So you shouldn't have to worry about that, losing any of that or it coming off and stuff like that. So that's really great. Nice little extra feature, I guess, instead of having to heat up the tail and have to pop it in, or if the tail just kind of is going to come off and stuff like that, if it's not tight enough and stuff. You don't want that either and everything. So, but yeah, just super great, super gruesome. I love the iteration of the Godzilla representing a very famous scene and stuff like that, and I think it's just really awesome. Now, I did hear a nice little tidbit that originally in this tail, they were actually going to wanted to put the oxygen destroyer kind of wedged into his tail. And I think that would have been great. That would have been awesome because it would have made this whole thing make a lot more sense, because then you know why he's starting to decay or he's dying. It's because of that oxygen destroyer. If you don't know, you might wonder why, he has this kind of look to him and stuff like that. And like, oh, he's just dying. Actually, it actually means a little bit more, because the oxygen destroyer is the only weapon that's actually officially destroyed Godzilla. And they actually wanted to put the oxygen destroyer in between this tail, but um, obviously that was a no-go. They didn't like that, so it was taken out and stuff like that. So, but I think it would have told the story a little bit better, and just made it a little bit more special, honestly. And I think it would have been really, really cool, because you wouldn't ever have seen something like that, wedged into a tail, or the oxygen destroyer with Godzilla like this and everything. And now, mind you, they've released a bunch of oxygen destroyers with other Godzilla figures and stuff like that, but just would have been a really unique take on it and stuff like that. Made this release even more special than it already is, honestly. But like I said, could have just told the story a little bit more, would have completed it and stuff like that, so everybody would have known what kind of is going on here and stuff like that. Like I said, if you don't know, if you're not very fluent in the history of Godzilla and stuff like that, you might not understand that, or get that little hint kind of thing with what is going on here. But if you are, you kind of already know, and you don't really need that, but would have liked it, honestly. So yeah, that's kind of the skinny for that guy, honestly. Yeah, I wish that this guy would have come out a little bit earlier. James was actually at G-Fest earlier this year in Chicago, and I really wanted to bring this to G-Fest and have him actually sign it, just because he is a legend. This is the first Godzilla figure that he's ever made and stuff like that. So this would have been really, really special to get him to sign it and everything. He's a great guy. Met him at G-Fest, talked to him and stuff like that. So maybe next year, he'll come back to G-Fest and I can bring this and stuff like that. So yeah, this guy's a long time coming, honestly. I think this was, oh man, I think from the time we pre-ordered to the time we got it, it was about a year or something like that. A little bit of a wait, but sometimes that's just what happens. When things come and things get pushed back and everything in production. It's all kind of part of the game when you're into collecting and stuff like that. Just those delays happen and everything, and just kind of roll with the punches, honestly. So it is what it is, and finally got it. I'm happy I got it. It definitely made it worth the wait, honestly, because this thing is just absolutely exceptional and stuff, and bigger than I would have thought, bigger than I imagined, honestly. And then the detail is just absolutely superb. So, great job to Mondo, great job to James. Just spectacular, spectacular figure and release overall. So, all right, guys, I think that's it for me. Thank you for watching. This is just a special figure. If you haven't gotten this, or you're thinking about wanting to get a Groman Godzilla, they are, I believe, still available for pre-order on the Godzilla store for the black and white. Go check that one out. I think that one's only like 250 unit run, so that's even more limited than this one and stuff like that. But this was the first official release of the figure and stuff like that, where it's all in color and everything and stuff. And you actually, I didn't know this, but you actually get the reswappable head, arm, and tail along with this one. I didn't think you got that, but you actually do get that. It's just all black and white and stuff like that. There's no definition, no color, no nothing. So still really cool. So check that out. It's on the Godzilla store. If you want one, grab one there and stuff like that. I will not be getting a second one, and that's okay. I got my one, and that's all I need to know. And I'm super excited for it, and I'm super excited to see what else James comes out with. I know he's been tackling some Subaraya Ultraman stuff. Honestly, he's already done a Gamora. I know he's coming out with other Ultraman stuff and everything like that, and I can't wait to see it, honestly. And just anything else he comes out with. I mean, he's with so many companies doing figures for Godzilla. I know he's doing a Spiral Studios Hedorah and stuff like that. That's going to be really great. So yeah, just it's great to see him still be relevant in the toy making business, honestly. Like I said, he was doing stuff for our childhoods, and now he's kind of come back to the forefront again, doing stuff for all these big franchises and companies and stuff like that, and getting the notoriety that I think he deserves and stuff. So yeah, hopefully soon I'll be able to talk to him in an interview format and everything, and kind of pick his brain on some stuff. So but yeah, this is the Mondo James Groman Godzilla. So yeah, with that, I think we'll get out of here. Thank you all for watching. As a reminder, 1,000 subscribers is my next goal, giving away a X Plus Godzilla Cybot for free, no charge, and along with some other Godzilla canvas pictures that were released with the Ichiban Kuji lottery and stuff like that. And then some awesome effects that were done by a friend of the show and stuff like that. So go check out his page and everything like that. We'll drop a link below and you guys can check that out and everything like that. So great stuff that's coming for the next giveaway. I think it's just awesome. And I mean, who doesn't want a free X Plus figure, honestly? So, but yeah, with that, we'll get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on all my socials on my TikTok. And also, if you want more discussions or kaiju discussions and stuff like that, follow me on the Monsters with Attitude socials also. And we do monthly shows, interviews, bunch of Godzilla content, anime content, video game content, all that good stuff. So yeah, check me out there too. So with that, I'll get out of here. Until next time, later.